Ill Music Entertainment.
Love, truth, peace, freedom, justice. Study to know what trust is. They'll violate at any moment. Minorities, they don't be on it. Walk on eggshells, keep it cautious. Anxiety, I'm feeling nauseous. Ignorance is bliss till you learn what the cost is. Said Moors, we on the rise. Look at us now. Push the mission forward. Make the prophet proud. Noble Jew Ali, welcome to the city. Fourth generation. No, he walking with me, more shit. Woke up, realized I was on a ward ship. Trading me like chattel property. Trading places, playing Monopoly. Authentic, can't copy me. Lies, can't rock with me. Truth, ever sharpens me. Love, despite you mocking me.
Islam, Moors on this glorious day. Amen, rise out in full effect. Starting to feel like spring is back in the air. New Year. The New Year is approaching. The last year of the month. Last month of the year. 1439. Excitement. Welcoming in 1440. MC. Moorish calendar. Islam. You know, I like taking time out in between me actually living life and going do things. To take the time out and just talk. So, last video that I put out when I was talking about the information in regards to the estate, as you can tell, my family caught up with me. So, family always comes first. So, but I did leave a little statement in there to continue off from where we left off. So essentially now, once you recognize the fact that the birth certificate is the U.S. citizen, it's the 14th Amendment person. And if anyone questions anything that I'm saying in regards to what the term person is referring to, you can look at the definition for the term person in the Social Security Administration. You can also look up the term person in Title 26 of the United States Code, which is the IRS code, Title 26. And in the definitions, it'll also tell you what person means. So now, like I'm saying before, when we look up the definition of the classifications in regards to American Indian and white, commercially, let me say that one more time. Commercially, in our commercial status, we are American Indian and white. Why are we American Indian? Because we all have an estate. We all have a person. The proof of that person's existence is the birth certificate. And you. Because if you don't exist, that person wouldn't exist. Because the information that birth certificate holds is your information. Your eye color, your hair color, the name of your mother and your father, your consoles, the name of your gods, the name of your creators, the time you arrived. That's all your information. So that person, according to the definitions in the Census Bureau, as well as the same definitions that's in the SS5 form for the Social Security Administration, the 14th Amendment citizen, like I said, which is the person, and according to the definitions where it states that an American Indian and a white person, let me start with American Indian first. American Indian means person. It doesn't say natural person, right? Ain't this illegal? Ain't this legal forms that we're dealing with? So that means we got to be dealing with legal definitions. So unless it says natural person on there, it's not dealing with flesh and blood. And like I said, you can pull up what the term person means in the Social Security Administration, and you can pull up what the term person means in Title 26, which is the IRS code, codified. Do that on your own time. They're not talking about flesh and blood beings. Okay? So, once you comprehend that, now what is an American Indian and white? What is an American Indian first, according to Commerce? American Indian is a person. A person. A person meaning a trust, a corporation, an association, a partnership, an estate, LLC. Okay? A person having origins. Origins. You know what origin means? That means that that person has their beginning in something or in someone. So a person having origins in any of the original people. There's a difference between persons and people. We all know what people mean. People means flesh and blood. Okay? You and I came from a mother. People. Alright? So understand, the person, what is the person? What is the person being described here? The person is the birth certificate. That holds your information. Therefore, that person has origins in any of the original peoples. So who do you think you are? Aren't you a people? I mean, if you're not, would you like to be a people? You understand what I'm saying? Would you like to be recognized in the public as a people and not as a person? Do you understand what I'm saying? Understand and overstand. Would you like to be treated in the public as a people and not a person? Because according to American Indian, excuse me, got something in my nose there. Sorry about that, y'all. I'll edit that out. It's pretty gross. According to American Indian and white, excuse me there, I had a little something in my nose there, you know what I mean? I take care of that real quick. Alright. So, according to American Indian, it means person having origins in any of the original people of North, South, Central America. Okay? Now, aren't we indigenous to America? North, South, and Central America? So we are people. And we all have birth certificates that is holding our information. If we were not born, that birth certificate would not exist. So therefore, that person, that 14th Amendment citizen, the U.S. citizen, has origins in us. Who are we? We are the people. We need to know how to identify ourselves in the public. We are the people that person has origins in. Now, white. White means person, person, person. Not natural person, person. Person having origins in any of the original people of Europe, the Middle East, and North Africa. Now, first off, I've been doing a lot of research on my English nobility, coming from the family house of Jules, or the original name would be Joel, the house of Joel. I come from the house of Joel, or I guess you could say I'm the son of Joel. That's what Jules means, son of Joel. So, with that being said, I'm learning that the Anglo-Saxons were Berbers, and they were Christianized by the time the Normandy conquest came in 1066. Yeah, I've been doing some research on European history, y'all. You know why? Because the 13 colonies is New England. Let me not get it confused with Europe and England. I'm talking about England. The 13 colonies is England. Okay? So, understanding that it was the original English noblemen who, like I said, looked like us, because who were the Anglo-Saxons? They were all Berbers. The Normandy people were also Berbers. The Franks were also Berbers. Because prior to that, Europe was reigned on by 7 major houses, or I should say seven kingdoms. Okay, before they united and became a Great Britain, or I would call them, I should say, the United Kingdom. Before they became the United Kingdom. So with that being said, that looked like another old structure. So with that being said, we have origin, because you have to understand too, this is when you research and study, that America was the first continent out of the water. The oldest bloodline can be found here in America, meaning the O blood type. There's the majority of the O blood type is concentrated here in America, and the oldest blood type is over here in America. Okay, so we came out of America and went out into everywhere else, as well as Africa. We went out into what is called Africa today. Okay, but we started in America. So once you comprehend that, then the Europeans are us, the people from the Middle East are us, and the people in North Africa are us. Those are our ancestors, because it was all us. It's always been just us. So as far as commerce goes, this is why we are American Indians and white. Okay? So now, once those things are in place and there's no more confusion, then you can proceed forward. Because then also, and I got to bring this back too, the birth certificate was created in the state of wherever you were born. It came from a fictitious place. It doesn't exist except for on paper. It don't exist except for on paper. You, however, came from your mother. That is a natural place. You get what I'm saying? You came from your mother, so that is a natural place. That is not a fictitious place. That is a natural place. Okay? So being that you came from your mother, that's what makes you a people. And people have nationality. The person's nationality is U.S. citizen. The nationality of the indigenous peoples is more. That's the people's nationality. See, but you got to understand there's a difference between people and person. Because they're showing you right there in the SS5 form. Or if the definitions are not in the SS5 form, you can also look up the SF181 form. In the SF181 form, for anyone who had thoughts about, I need to file my SF181, because when I come across new knowledge, I got to share it with y'all. So the SF181 form applies only to federal employees. So if you're not working at a federal job or anything like that, you don't need to file an SF181 form. What you need to do is go down to the Social Security Administration and and update the SS5. You know why? Because not everybody needs to do the SF181, but everyone needs to update the SS5. Everyone. That's universal. So we're just clarifying things. So there's a difference between persons and peoples. You need to be clear exactly where do you fall in line with that. Now, once you understand that that person is the U.S. citizen, because also too is reflected in the passport. Nationality is going to be United States of America. You know why? Because the name is still going to be in all caps. And a passport expires every 10 years. That's just what a passport does. It expires every 10 years. And then you got to renew it. The title will still be in all caps, but we're talking about your commercial affairs. We're talking about your person, not the people. That person is being operated or moved by a people with a nationality. So you need to qualify what is your relationship to the person. And yes, the person is a U.S. citizen. All right, what is your relationship to the U.S. citizen? And then they have 4 boxes. This is dealing with question number 18 on the SS5 form. I'm being very, very specific, y'all. I'm being very open. I'm being very specific. I'm being very specific. I just hope that people who truly appreciate the energy that I put into giving y'all this right information, that y'all take the time to donate and show support. And thank you to those who are doing that. I appreciate y'all. Quunel, Shiamu Republic appreciates y'all. It's helping us in our mission to help uplift fallen humanity. This is all part of helping to uplift fallen humanity. So, with that being said, question number 18 is the kicker. Question number 18 is the kicker. And then, before I even get there, I know a lot of Moors have feelings about, putting their free national name in the public instruments. So, the Prophet said, leave old business as it is and do new business in your free national name, right? In your national title, right? The Prophet didn't say continue to do business in the straw name. So, when there are Moors who say, don't correct the record, don't put your free national title in there, it puts you in the jurisdiction. These things are not true. Because you can't fall in the jurisdiction if your relationship with the person has been qualified. And this is what people are missing. People are missing the fact that they have a person. They own a person. That person is their birth certificate. It's in all caps. This is why all the instruments they get, social security number, state ID, passport, these instruments are in all caps. Because it's dealing with commerce. The state ID and the driver license determine whether you pretty much leave you with only the ability to do commerce domestically. The passport, however, gives you the ability to do commerce internationally, as well as domestically. Okay? This is why the passport makes you a non-resident. When we're talking about the state of, we're talking about commerce. So everyone's stuck on the clock because you're operating as an employee. Instead of being the people, you're operating as a person. Instead of recognizing the fact that you own a person. Because according to the IRS manual, 21.7.13.3.2.2, Section 2, Clause 2, an infant is a decedent, meaning a dead person, or the grantor, owner, trustor, settlor, receiver, guardian, custodian of an estate that has yet to receive a social security number. So like I said, the people was born first, then a birth certificate was created holding all their information. Then after that, a social security number was assigned. So we all have an estate, y'all. Welcome back home. Now you need to reclaim your estate. And so question number 18 on the SS5 form asks, what is your relationship to the person listed as item number 1? Now, for me, item number 1, I put my free national name. Because I'm going to be doing business in the name of my ancestors. I'm not doing business in the name of Jules. Although Jules is my English nobility, I'm not removing that. I'm not getting rid of that. I'm not casting it away. I'm just not doing business in that name anymore. I'm doing business in the name of my ancestors. My indigenous ancestors, the L. Okay? So, that being said, once you have that thing in place, your relationship with the person listed in item number 1, and also in item number 1, they still ask you, what was your name at birth? Because they need to know the original name of your estate. And then think about it. Who can go and change the name of a company other than the CEO? Who can go and change the name of a company other than the CEO? Or without the CEO's authorization? You see what I'm saying? Correct the record, y'all. This is your stuff. You're the CEO. Only the CEO has the authority to go and change the name of a company or change the name of a entity. Only the CEO has that power, or someone who's been delegated that power from the CEO, or the grantor, or the owner, whatever name you want to use. You see how that works? So if you recognize that, I'm the owner of this because I'm going here, I'm updating stuff, I'm changing names. Wow. You have some power in regards to that estate. You have some authority in regards to that estate. So, once you put your free national name and your name given at birth, what is your relationship to the person in item number 1? My relationship, and normally the first box, people probably just checks it without even thinking. The first box says person. So if you're saying that your relationship to the person in item number 1 is person, then what you're saying is you're a person and not the people. You see how you got flipped that quick? That quick? It's that quick, y'all. It's simple. It's not big things. It's simple things. Simple things. This is why we study, study, study. We don't study so we can be able to analyze large things. We study, study, study so we can understand the simple things. In order to understand the simple things, you got to understand the large things. I know it sounds kind of crazy, but in order to comprehend the simple things, you got to comprehend the larger things. So once you comprehend jurisprudence, then we can start getting down into the micro, the nooks and crannies of the subject matter. Okay? So, no, you're not the person. And then the second box, I believe, says a natural parent or guardian. You're not that either. You don't want to be that either. You want to go right for the other box. And right in that box, registered owner, you can write grantor. Registered owner or grantor. Right? Heir, if that's your understanding. Whatever your understanding, and overstanding is, that's what you write in the other box. But you are not the person. And once you've done that, now you've clarified your position with your estate. You're the people and not the person.
Quunel Music Entertainment.
Love, truth, peace, freedom, justice. Study, study to know what trust is. They'll violate at any moment. Minorities, they don't be on it. Walk on eggshells, keep it cautious. Anxiety, I'm feeling nauseous. Ignorance is bliss till you learn what the cost is. Said Moors, we on the rise. Look at us now. Push the mission forward. Make the prophet proud. Noble Jew Ali, welcome to the city. 4th generation. No, he walking with me, more shit. Woke up, realized I was on a war ship. Trading me like chattel property. Trading places, playing Monopoly. Authentic, can't copy me. Lies, can't rock with me. Truth, ever sharpens me. Love, this